Okay.
I'm gonna go to the.
Are we live? Oh, well, really?
Sorry.
Hold on, chat. Hold on.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I just gotta go to the bathroom.
Just like you, but then you walk on by, and then...
Screw it. We don't freaking need him. I mean, I'm really here to talk to Chad anyway, aren't I? I mean, he's here so that I could tell him because then I just have people to bounce off of, and I like that. I like that a lot. So, hello, good evening, everybody. I actually made a list today of some things I wanted to talk about, so I'm even organized. I love bullet lists. They're one of my favorite things. It has been, I am exhausted. I'm still tired. I was tired yesterday, and I'm still tired today, and I think I'll be tired forever because I just love the beach. So, but we're going to talk about the beach. That's actually number 3 on my list. So, and the other one I do have to wait for him to get back for. The number 1 thing on the list I got to tell him about that I missed. I'm a little sick. So, and he won't. I want to tell him, and we never see each other anymore. Uh-oh, he just muted or deafened.
All right.
Okay.
I am back. Just went to the bathroom. Sorry. Super sorry about that.
What? Oh, yeah. Yep. That's right. Hey, deafen for a quick second. I want to see if it's working right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's right. No, I put it in front of the person.
Deafen?
What happens when you deafen? You should just look at the stream.
All right, I'll pull it up. Hold on, give me a second.
Hey, just bring your brother your phone if you've got me up on there so that he can look at it because he's trying to do things and nobody wants to do that. I understand. This is why I don't watch him stream. When you're deafened, we can't hear you either.
Yeah, I know. It's Hottie. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's Hottie because Hottie makes me deaf.
No, I got it. Oh. What? You know what?
Actually, I'm already deaf. Let's be real.
Does this work? Oh, sick. Wait,
what?
I think I might just send you a stream together thing. I don't know.
Really? How do I even know? I don't even have Twitch open.
Oh.
Wait. It might come to my phone. Just give it 5 minutes. That's what I do. I hit start. I hit start streaming and then oh God, we don't want to hear me twice. Nobody wants that. I hit start streaming and then I turn around and I wait for my phone to go, you're live. And then I actually come in because then I know other people have probably gotten the notification if they want it. And that way it works out, right? So first thing on the order of business, I'm kind of a little bit sad. Because even though I know it wasn't really the bands, like I would have really loved to have gone to Paper Tiger last night and seen friggin' the Kill Switch Engage and Slipknot Imposters. It would have been really nice. And Daisy's still slipping. So we got 500 miles before we're going anywhere too far with her. But she's still slipping because she's got to get the air out. And we don't go too far. We just go to the beach. So, which I went again today. That was amazing. We love the beach. I love where I live. So I know that for anybody that was on YouTube, because it's going to go up on YouTube, anybody on YouTube that had, hold on, move this because it's when I can process my audio. Anybody on YouTube that had that atrocious sound from the freaking wind on the ocean, A, I'm sorry it's windy on the ocean. But B, also I realized because I was really impressed with the fact that the other day I was recording something and it didn't pick up that much wind. So I think it was all about how I was holding the phone. And so therefore I can make adjustments and we'll try to get that fixed up. So I had a very interesting conversation with somebody today. And I want to talk, yeah. So I want to talk to you about this, all right? So I really, like, so what I've been doing now is because I want to try to go live and just, like, recap my day at the very least, or, like, if there's some things I want to talk about, like, whenever we can, we're just going to go live, but I'm just going to touch base and I'm just going to talk about, like, life, because that's what this is supposed to be about, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to have to go out in Daisy and go get myself treats. But anyways, so... what do you think it means to forgive and forget?
I'd assume to... I don't know. I feel like that takes the deconstruction of forgive and to forget. I guess, forgive someone for an action and then to move on and not like bring it up constantly. Like,
not bring it up constantly. That's a really good one. Yeah, I like that. What if, because most people take it to mean you forgive the actions and then move past it, like you said, forget about it, right? And whatever. A lot of people think that way. So they think that the saying isn't true. What if forgive and forget is to forgive and then forget the fucking person that made you have to give the forgiving and then move the fuck on?
I guess that could be a way. That could be a way to interpret that saying.
That's deep, right?
Yes, that's deep, bro.
No, seriously, I was thinking about it. I was like, what if forgive and forget doesn't mean to forget the action? What if that's not what it's talking about? I was like, what if it means to forget the fucking person who did it? Just forget it and move on. Like, literally forget it, though. Like, don't forget the action. Forgive the person for yourself. Forget them. Fuck them, right?
What? Yeah.
I mean...
Hold on.
But how am I wrong?
I don't see how.
If you have to do so much forgiving to a person, why are you going to keep letting them back in your life anyway? Like, I mean, I get it. Some people, I'm not saying like a once and done. Like, you have to have a balance. Like, you have to know when somebody's crossed a certain line. You know, I know I've crossed plenty of lines in my life. I know that people have crossed lines now that people can't fathom because they didn't know I could make lines. They thought I just drew circles. Fuck off with that. Anyways, so yeah, but it was a very interesting conversation because for the first time in my life, I was like, nah, I don't think it means to forget it, like not bring it up again or forget it and just let it go. I mean, it might mean those things, but I think it means forget the motherfucker that made you do the forgiving. You can forgive them, but then forget them. Just forget them. That's fucking deep. It's just deep. I'm just saying. So summer at the beach is crazy.
Is that so?
Bro. I was so fucking wrecked from yesterday. I like legitimately fucking was ruined. Okay. So Daisy still has a little sand on the inside. The outside's pretty fucking good, but the inside is like, because right before this all happened, we got stuck in a water hole and I had to have another Jeep, bless your heart, pull me out of it. They just ride around. He came out in a business suit. This guy just steps out of this freaking super new Jeep with his business suit galore on and is like, hey, I can pull you out. And then gave me a duck.
Gaming, honestly. That's huge.
That was the only good thing about that day. The rest of it went shit real fast. So anyhow, real fast. It's been shit for 6 weeks, but you know what? I've still been happier. I'm all right. I think I made a lot of progress in the last couple weeks that I think I finally made it to a point in my life where I know that I'm done letting people affect me. There is nothing that they can do. And it's not that I'm ignorant. It's not that I'm stupid. It's that I don't care enough to react anymore. They have lost the ability for me to even give a damn. So I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not angry at anyone. I don't hate anyone. So maybe forgive and forget. Like maybe I am definitely forgiving. I forgive every one of them for the lies or the ways that I was taken advantage of or whatever it is that they did. I forgive them. And every one of them, if they ever were to hear this, they will know who they are. And I forgive them. But now I'm going to forget them. Womp womp. So.
Womp womp.
And the reason is, I'm going to make way for new positive energy in life. So anyways, Daisy's got all this sand on her. This is where I was going with this. On the inside. BK and I pull up because it was just auntie and nephew day. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry. So it's just auntie and nephew day. So because he decided to stay home yesterday, as I talked about in yesterday's podcast. Thank you. So anyhow, so we went this morning but I kind of woke up late because not only was I absolutely exhausted and got my ass kicked by the ocean yesterday, Oh, but then, okay, like, I'm a noob again. 6 weeks is all it takes. I have muscular atrophy or something, and maybe, like, I don't know, weight gain definitely. Like, oh my God, I'm a mess. The beach is so much work right now. But anyway, so I went this morning with BK, and we got there at 9, and I know it's Saturday morning, but like, usually, guys, just so you know, like, first of all, Daisy's been broken down since May 3rd, so we've never experienced summer down here, number one. So Saturdays are a different beast during the summer, very clearly. Now I understand why we have lifeguard stations out. See, like IG was saying earlier, they don't care if we drown during February, March, April, May, okay? Like, they don't put that shit out until June 1st, and then they're like, all right, we're serious, and now I understand why. Like, they build them the whole cool things. I want to get a shot of that. I love the lifeguards. I love lifeguards. They're like fishermen on the beach. I mean, firemen on the beach. Not fishermen, firemen.
Fishermen on the beach.
Fishermen are like truck drivers of the sea, so let's not go there.
Wow.
Anyways. Hey, I didn't mean that as derogatory as it came out and sounded. It's just, after being married to a truck driver for 24 years, I'm definitely not looking for a fisherman, because I'm not wrong in my analogy. Anyways, not looking for anyone but Daisy. Daisy's everything to me. So anyhow, so these people though, I don't know, they obviously like traveled, but they weren't like, we're not talking about, it was probably San Antonio, was probably what it was. But anyways, they had beach gear and everything, like they were set up, they had collected things, they were ready to go, but they were definitely not from around here. Okay? Like, these are definitely not people from around here. So BK and I pull up, and I'm just sitting, and I put my feet up on the dash, and I'm just looking out the freaking top of the Jeep. I'm just looking at the sun, and it's just a gorgeous day, and it's a red flag, so it's just big waves and nothing else. I'm like, wow. And I'm just loving the moment that I'm in. And so I drink my Monster because, it's already fucking like 90 degrees, even though you got a breeze, so I don't feel it, but my Monster's feeling the sunshine, and it's like sweating all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm not leaving this. I got a Pacific Punch, so it's going to be like syrup by the time I get back if I don't drink it. So we sit and drink our Monsters. And then we jump out to go for a walk, and I wanted to try to do a video and see how close to the ocean, like I'm trying to do some sound testing and whatever. And so, anyways, all of a sudden, this guy comes up from behind us into talking to BK. And so my first cut was ruined because I had to be social. And I love that. I just love that. So he turned around, he was like, are you guys going to be here? Like, are you setting up there? Are you going to be here long? And I'm like, it's like, we're locals. We're just here for a walk. And he was like, okay. Do you mind if we start setting up right there by you and we'll just, work around your Jeep? And I was like, go for it, whatever. And so anyways, BK and I walk almost all the way down to Bob's Hollow Pier, and then we turn around and we're walking back and whatever. I love her. But anyways, we walk down there and we start, coming to walk back. And oh my God, the water was so warm. It was so nice. So anyways, I get back up to the Jeep, and he's like, that was fast. And I was like, well, I moved here a few months ago, and I was like, I don't need to stay all day. I was like, little bit every day is all I need. Just a little bit every day. And he laughed, and he was like, I can understand that. And I was like, yep. So I was like, had to just make sure I came down and make an appearance, kind of thing. But it was really nice. I like talking to people, but you were absolutely right about my social meter needing to be filled in a manner of where I don't need to be close or invested in anybody, really. I don't. But what I do need is a certain level of social interaction and enjoying people's energy. And there's no better place to enjoy a person's energy than on the beach, because the beach is like everybody's there. They're happy. Nobody's down there pitching a fit.
Oh yeah.
It's a totally different
being
energy.
At the beach and just being angry that you're at the beach. Like, how could you do that?
Yeah. So I
The only
literally,
thing I'm angry about at the beach is the amount of people who won't hit off the beach. No.
So chat, this is the deal. I'm just, because I just said this is Andrew's bar. I'm going to be 100% real. And a lot of people will not believe this, and it's fine, because I'd rather not be able to. If you don't believe me and you think I sound crazy, then there you go. Just go watch something else. I don't really care. But I'm like an empath, so I sense people's feelings around me, and it can get really confusing at times. That's what confused me through what I went through, because I felt something I felt a soul differently than how they ended up choosing to behave, and that's a huge part of my trauma right now. Because, first of all, I'm not usually wrong. Second of all, I thought something completely clearly wrong. There's no way I was right about the depth and the level of which things were occurring. So it really threw me off because now the one thing that I usually can trust, I can't. But that's the thing. Now I don't have to figure it out because there's no questioning that everybody's happy on the beach. So I can go down there and everybody I interact with is, I love the Islanders more than anything though, because they are a different kind of fun. Tourists are cool too. But everybody.
Andrew's an extrovert.
Yeah. What?
Sarah says, I always forget Andrew's an extrovert. I know.
Yeah.
Extroverts and wanted to hang out with people. I couldn't understand why.
Yeah. But I've really become introverted with trauma, and I've really become introverted with the last year. I've really become introverted with my family because my family, LP is also extroverted. He might be a little bit less now after the years he's experienced, you know, but he's extroverted just like me. And that's why baseball was so big for us and stuff. So I can't wait for him to do surfing, although Daisy really took a chunk out of that. So I've got until July to figure that out for him. But anyways, I am completely extroverted but I also hate people. So that's a challenge, especially after everything I've gone through right now. Like I will not invest. I have very small circles. And I'm wondering if, I should have had a bigger pond. My mom closed down 2 major highways when she died. They ran out of flags for her funeral procession because of how many cars were in line. Okay. But here I am. And I'm like, I got 3 friends. It's cool. And when I say 3 friends, just to let you know, because Sarah, I count Sarah and Power Game very much my friends. But they are after I started not being a psycho friends. The people before that are the people who've been with me for so long, and those are the only ones. Like we're talking long term. Although Sarah's moving up there in the world. I can't remember, but we were talking about it the other day, and I was like, dear God, I have to have known her since like 2010, 2011. It has to be in there. But anyways. That's a long ass time ago. We may have had our 10-year anniversary. I missed it. Damn it. Oh, we're both horrible. No, we're cool friends like that.
I'm pretty sure you weren't over being a psycho when we met, lol.
True facts. Actually, on the real, that is 100% fucking true. No, I was at the beginning of my journey of quitting psycho-ness. But then, it got reenacted. That was fun. But I'm here now. And now I'm here. And now I'm doing shit. And I'm no longer afraid. I'm not going to let people. I don't care if the things I have to say are going to disrupt people's families. I don't care if the things I have to say are going to piss people off. I don't care if the things I have to say are going to make people uncomfortable. I got shit to say. And I'm obviously shouldn't be talking to people that are close to me because none of them wanted to fucking hear it. And I figured this way, at least the internet can choose. There's got to be a couple people out there that fucking give a damn what I have to say, because I've lived a lot of life. Shut up, IG. Oh, Parking listens to me for so many hours on end, and then he does things with the stuff I tell him. I'm super happy for him right now. I'm super happy for him with his new big job and his new big title and his new bigger paychecks that he absolutely deserves. But anyways, I took pictures and it's going to be hard. Summer at the beach is fucking crazy. So these guys come up and they're like, yeah, we just couldn't find any parking spots, which also tells me that they're not very oftenly coming here because we all know how the beach works. It's a first come, first serve. Everybody pulls in and gets their spots and there's no parking. But the further down you go, the only time that place is actually full is when you start to see people parking on the side of the dunes. And, it's usually make a circle, So if you don't see that circle coming back, you got parking spots available, And so he was like, no, he really wanted my spot. And I was like, yeah, I didn't care. But it was fun to talk to him. Brandon almost ran over a little girl. I saved some other little girl's shoes from going into the ocean because everybody kicks their feet
Brandon
off.
almost run over a little girl? Wait, hold on. I feel like the shoes are very less important to the previous statement.
Because, he doesn't pay attention, which reminds me, I got to talk to him about it. Because I think, I don't know what's going on with the greasiness of hands, but I've done a demonstration. I've literally fucking went through it. There's a list on the fridge. I don't know where we go with that one. But it is going to be a discussion we have to have because I cannot pick up. We have gas stove. You turn around, pick up something that's been like grease. It's not good. Not a great recipe, especially with they can't even get it clean in the first place. Just saying.
I'm just saying, start a fire. Actually, like, variety is the spice of life. Let's make cooking in the kitchen a little bit more exciting.
You know what? You can do that when you go to your dwelling, okay? All right? The one you're buying. You can do that then, all right? So, yeah, if anybody to know, did you tell Sarah? Did you tell her about you're buying a house? You're going to be half on it? Did you tell her?
Yeah.
Right
yeah,
on.
I told her.
That's awesome. All right. So, yeah. So, summer at the beach is going to be crazy. It's here's what I do know. I'm going to prefer to go on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, we're going to be spending all day Monday there, and which is good. I think I might need a little day off tomorrow because I wait 2 days in a row already. And you want to know what? I've been living in a cave for 6 weeks, and it might kill me. It might kill me because I love it so much, and it takes so much out of me. And Daisy's still slipping. At the same time, it's like, let me just drive her for 500 miles and get all the air out. Because that's what they said. He said, take it easy for 500 miles. But he said, if it keeps slipping after 3 days, call him. So it's been day 2, but it's very obviously I'm not driving her very far, and I can literally feel the air. Like, so it's just bleeding the lines because it's brand new transmission, basically. I don't like it. Anyways, so next on my list to talk about, that would be the Siren Stories plans. So Siren Stories right now, you guys, here's the deal. I had a really emotional reaction after writing part 2 of the current book, because we're going to start on book 13. Was any of it real? And I had a real emotional reaction to it because understanding that I am going to go back, and in some ways, the experiences I am going to share are some of the best, like, made me feel better than anything else in life. But I now realize how unhealthy they were and everything that's wrong with it. And it's so, but to feel the way that I did during it, and now looking back and having a clear mind and having, you know, my, well, as sane as I can be, you know, because there's always going to be a little bit of crazy in here because I am never going to extinguish that flame all the way. I like it. It's part of who I am. But anyways, no, I had to take a break, and so I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it from the beach, and I'm probably going to like binge write it. And so I'm going on Monday, and I'm going to spend the whole day at the beach, and I'm taking my little phone, and my Bluetooth keyboard, because, you know, there's lots of sand down there, and I can't take anything good that I have. But I'm going to write probably the next, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up, because I have them all outlined, so it'll probably be the next 4 to 5 chapters. At which point, we're going to produce them exactly as we are, which means I just have to read them, basically, and then go through some captioning. And I've decided I'm going to change the panels per story, so there will be a little bit of art involved. But I'm going to tell my story. Because one thing that I am sick about this last year, and that I'm going to stand up for myself regarding, is being villainized. Everybody wants to talk about, like, what I do to protect myself, because it can be very bitchy and it can be very hostile. But nobody wants to talk about the things that I ever did that was just unconditional love and support for people that I cared for. And I didn't even, during it all, one of the things I've learned this last year is that I didn't expect recognition. I didn't want it, so it was fine that I never got it. That was fine. But in the back of my mind, I guess I did. Because I realized that I thought, you know, that those people did appreciate me. So they didn't need to say it. They didn't need to talk about it. I didn't need recognition. I didn't need to shine a light on myself. I could keep the secrets. You know, it's like when I bought Night Star's whole family Christmas presents and, you know, let everybody say it was from her because, you know, I didn't want her to feel down for being unable to afford her children Christmas presents. And did the same thing with her mom, you know? And then to have her do what she did, and I know why she did. It's just fucking more. But I don't know. All I know is that after the end of all of this, I'm so fucking different. I am not that lost puppy dog syndrome that's going to look for those people to help that way. Because apparently, maybe in the back of my mind, I did expect more from them. Whether it was appreciation, whether it was, you know, the same, like even half as much unconditional love as I gave them, understanding, compassion. The things that I dished out, it's not that they weren't worth it. It's that I don't want to waste my energy investing in people like that anymore. Because it's a crapshoot. It's like playing Russian roulette, 6 shots and having to take 12. I'm just saying, like, fucking, it's kind of like the odds are stacked against me in this area. But what I can do is go to places and interact in superficial manners with the public that, you know, I become regulars at gas stations so that I get to see some of the people but fuck friends, man, in the regard of me making any more. I appreciate Sarah. I appreciate Power Cane. I have my friend, one of my friend from, God, oh my God. Were we friends? We must have been friends in 6th grade. It had to be 6th grade. It was 6th, 7th. Yeah. So we became friends in 6th grade and we still talk occasionally. I have a friend in San Antonio that I talk to occasionally. But you know, like, it's just that the people that were closest to me, one of the things I also realized is that I was in a completely trauma state when I made and forged those friendships, and not everybody's going to grow and change. And I can't have hate in my heart for them as much. Although, yes, I can. Clearly. Because I think, because I think that there, for the first time ever, I think there is somebody that I hate. The pain, but I'm going to believe that the pain is going to heal. And I'll come back around. Look at how much I've already become myself since that's all been over. I'm doing good. So I'm going to be fine. But no, I don't like the fact that it literally, it made me question things for way too long. And now it just makes me so fucking bitter and angry that I don't like that one. But I'll get there. That's what therapy's for.
Sarah says move to a small town and everybody will know who you are.
No, that's the fun thing though, Sarah. Here where we live. Okay, so I mean, we don't talk about like exactly where we live and whatever, but the city that, because I'm assuming that you know where we live. The city that we quote unquote live with has this little teeny outclove, like it's not part of the city, but we are part of the city. So but we literally, what just happened? Am I still live?
I think so.
Oh my God, my fucking monitor just went out. My monitor went out. Okay. Sorry.
Damn dog.
Fuck yeah. But anyways, it's very small town-esque. Like that we have tourism, we have whatever, but there's only 2,000 people where we live exactly, maybe, which I know is still a lot in a lot of regards, but it's not 35,000 like Alabaster was, or, you know, 1.43 million San Antonio. You know.
And Sarah says it's not fun though. You're lying. She likes being anonymous.
I do too. But that's kind of the beauty that I like where we move now, is because it balances the sides of those. I don't like no fucking village. Fuck that shit. I fuck that village. Fuck everybody knowing your name. Fuck everybody knowing your business. Fuck that noise. All right. But on the flip side, where we are, we have this little islandish community. It's really, I don't know, you get the best of both worlds. It's busy enough that, you know, you're not really going to run into the same person twice necessarily. Like, I don't think I've really done it unless they're like my neighbors. Because they are just frequenting the areas right by where we are. But yeah, no, I've never really ran into the same person twice. So it's big enough for that, but you've got this influx, but that's because you have this influx of all this tourism and stuff that happens. So it gets flooded with all these people, and that's when you go out and you're nobody. You're just nobody, right? And then, you know, we'll see. I'll talk to you again when we start hitting the winter months, because if I'm right about September and October, it should just become dead here. It should just be dead. And if it is, and I start going out and I see somebody more than twice, well, then I'm going to let you know that I'm going to find out what a different area is like. No, I'll just go the other way to the beach because it's big enough. It's big enough to not see anyone. That's the beauty. Literally, we usually go to the beach and we see no one. But today I got there at 9 a.m. and it looked like there was a motherfucking carnival going on. I'll be right back.
Well, only 65 people in your closest town, Sarah. That is way too little. Yeah. That's not funny. That's not fun at all. I also like being anonymous. If I lived in a small town, if I did live in a small town like that, I'd be the creepy guy who who gets rumored throughout the town because like he never comes out. Like kind of like in a Home Alone where they have the guy across the street. Everybody just thinks that he's a fucking serial killer because he doesn't go out of his house ever, and so they just talk about him and everyone's scared of him. That's what I'd be in a small town. That's crazy. So I just was looking out here on.
Ow.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sandbars.
Yeah, sandbars aren't that cool.
No, I don't like sandbars, but they were on my list. Sorry, I had
Are we
to go
making
AFK.
food?
I don't think anybody started it, but it's a possibility. Can somebody start some noodles, please? Start some hot water. Anybody? Anybody want to turn on the stove and try that? I have egg salad going.
Oh, do you?
And I bought fresh bread. So, but also I'm gonna make.
How long does the egg salad
hot
take?
dish. Actually, we should probably get done with this stream pretty soon because I'm looking at it. It's about 33 minutes long. It's about where I'm trying to stick around to, but I got one more thing to talk about.
All right.
So Andros Bar Live. IG hasn't filled me in 100% on this, and I got to figure out the audio, but we're hoping that I may be able to set something up so I can do it'll be a beach stream, but I'm going to want to make it a certain way, but it sounds like I may be able to access OBS, okay? Oh my God, because I got to think, we're up to 11 subscribers on YouTube, and it's only been 13 days old. So thank you for that. I just I wanted to start the video out with thanking the new subscribers over on YouTube. So the YouTube name is Andros Bar. If you want to go follow me from Twitch, you want to see YouTube. It's basically right now, there'll be a few different videos, but overall it is just going to be reposts of the stream and the podcast. So anyhow, what was I saying before that though? Andros Bar going live. We're trying to figure out a way that I can access OBS, right? From the beach?
Yeah.
Okay. So in layman's terms, you know what I want to do, and I know what you're saying, but can you make it so that other people understand what we're doing?
Okay, so the goal is I found a thing that should help Andromeda basically send her phone's camera from the beach to OBS through 4G, and then I would be at home where the OBS is at, controlling it so it goes live, and if there's a scene change that needs to happen, things like that happen, and making sure like the connection doesn't get lost or something like that. And that is the hopeful plan for this thing to work in this way. But that way you guys still have like chat and things of that nature.
Yeah, because guys, here's a plan. We're gonna be going out, and Daisy broke me. You guys can all like go check out the donation links. I have to relink. It'll work for me for once. Okay, maybe we can train Logan to do this. Anyways, because I need to put links in for things. I got to do clipping. Oh my God, I actually have some crap to do. Well, tomorrow I'm going to kind of stay home besides brushing Daisy out because I'm going to be at the beach all day Monday. So tomorrow is house cleaning, and I'll probably do that kind of stuff. I don't know. We'll have a podcast then tomorrow because I won't be doing anything too interesting except for creating content. So it'll come out anyway. I'm playing video games. I love that. Apparently, I was exhausted. Still play video. Oh, I moved my microphone. I'm gonna be pissed off about that.
Hey, there are some video games that are fun. I'm a video gamer.
Yeah.
I'm always advocating for.
We're
playing
still
video
like
games.
4. I think we're 4 days out from Horde Night on 7 Days to Die right now.
I think that I won't be playing 7 Days to Die for like a week because next week apparently is Death Stranding week. So I know what I'll be doing for a whole week.
Whoa. We got problems, boy. We got to talk. Isn't that game like $80?
Yes.
And where do you think that money's coming from?
Well, I'm hoping next Friday.
You're high. That's not happening. I'm sorry. That's probably not happening. There is probably not a really great way. So here's what I can do. I can give you 30 on top of the 50 that you get from Twitch. And when you get it from Twitch, I'll give you the other 30 and you can buy the game. But me dishing out $100 towards a video game right now, I'm sorry. You know how much I love to invest in you, but I am bank's running dry there, boy, and I don't know what to tell you. Gonna have to figure it out on your own and keep it going. It's up to you now. You can do it.
Unbelievable. Just rob a bank. As they didn't hear from me. Good choice. Good choice. We'll rob a bank.
I'm sorry. Daisy was expensive, and now I need to get a job, and that's the other thing I have to do tomorrow while I'm cleaning, and I'm staying home, and I'm doing editing and all of that. I'm also tweaking my resume because Monday will be the day that I also drop them off at places on the island while we're out, since we're going to have to be gone to do the pesticides. So life is happening. It's almost over. The fun is just dead. No, I am so thankful to do things on my own. It'll be fun for me. It'll be fun for me.
I'm so annoyed that they're coming Monday to do that.
I'm not. I'm sorry for you. It'll just be you and Parker at home.
Yeah, I know.
And if you give Crypto a haircut, I'll take Gunner. 2. If you give Crypto a haircut, I'll take Gunner so that 2 dogs are in the house. All you got is Hottie, you, and Parker. How's that sound?
All right.
Makes the day better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Deezy had so much film on her when I went to go up to the store that I couldn't see out her windshield. It was pretty fucking bad. I need to have her doctor take a look at her fucking... I forgot to tell him. I mean, there's been just so much. I mean, gotta let her recover from the surgery first. But anyways, no, I'm gonna need some windshield wiper shit. And then it started to rain on our way home, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh boy. Because obviously she got water kicked up into the speakers when she got stuck in the hole. And then because she didn't get driven and it didn't even air out because she broke down immediately, it's just been sitting in there. So we've got audio issues now. But that's okay because I know how to fix those. It's just a bitch. But I got to go get her really brushed out and everything. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that tomorrow. We got a lot of things going on. But I probably won't podcast tomorrow, chat, because, yeah. Probably not. So, all right. I think I hit everything because we're going to talk about me going. The last thing on my list is talking about live going from the beach. And actually, we're already like about 5 minutes over what I'd like to be. So, you know what I say now, chat? I don't say take care of yourselves and each other. I say take care of yourself and fuck the rest.